What's up, guys? We're back with another Mat Chat with Coach Corey, and today we're talking about how to properly drill when you're in class. So go ahead, Coach Corey, take it away.
Awesome. So guys, knowing how to drill effectively in our classes in martial arts is really effective, or is really important actually. All right. One of the main reasons you want to know how to drill properly is so you get the max amount of not only learning for you, but also the max amount of conditioning for yourself, right? The idea is if I can get my motions, my moves, my techniques all in a flowing state with my partner, we're both going to benefit greatly. We both get better. Okay, so what does that mean though? Like, what does that mean more specifically? First of all, guys, like when I'm teaching the class, I'll always demonstrate techniques, whether it's kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and I always do this magic thing where I say, guys, any questions? And sometimes I get some good questions, but sometimes I get blank stares. And then when it goes to the drilling portion, which is, hey guys, I'm setting the timer, everyone does a blank stare or like asks their partner, a lot of directions when that partner just wants to be holding pads or do the drill. All right. So the idea, guys, is if you have any questions about the techniques we're doing, the drill we're doing, kind of the state of the drill, ask me. I'm the coach, right? Like if you want to ask your partners a little quick thing, oh man, am I turning my foot right? Am I getting my hip over a little bit? That's different than asking them to demonstrate and ask about the whole concept of the technique. That's my job. So when you're drilling, make sure if you're having problems with that, come over, say, hey coach, I need your help, call me over, I'll make sure I come over and help you as much as I can. But that's one thing, right guys? Ask me. I'm the knowledge source here. I'm trying to help y'all while I'm trying to get you guys, you and your partner, best possible training you guys can get. Now, how is that also gonna go? Let's say, for example, we're holding pads. Okay, let's say we're doing, since we do a lot of focus mitts and a lot of Thai pads in our class, let's say we're doing a basic boxing combo, let's say jab, cross, hook, cross, right? If my partner is supposed to be hitting jab, cross, hook, cross for 3 minutes straight, it is not going to benefit them to be like, all right, so on my jab, am I turning over this way, all the perfect, and then like my cross, should I come over more on the angle or straight? No. Just hit. We can always answer the questions after the drill as well. Hey coach, I was hitting it a little bit like this. Should go a little bit more like this. I can totally help you out. I can totally clean those things up for you. But again, the idea is I don't want to bog my partner down with those. Because my partner's looking to get the same work in that I am, right? So if I'm just sitting there asking questions, I have a partner that is just standing on the mat doing this. And then of course, that's not good training for anyone. So again, when you're doing a drill, make sure you get that drill as best as you can. If you have any questions, ask after. Don't ask during. Okay, ask before or ask after, but not during. That way, again, for our Muay Thai class, we have 45 minutes. For our Jiu-Jitsu class, we have an hour. And we got to shove so much good stuff into that time that you want to make your time the max amount of learnability that you can.
I like that. Yeah, there's a quote that I heard that I love that is the quality of questions you're going to ask after 100 reps are very different than the quality of questions you're going to ask on that very first one. So it's
I love that. Yes.
Yeah, knock out the 100 reps and then ask your questions.
Yeah, if you're doing a combo and you feel like you're messing up, well, good. You're being cognizant of things that you might be doing wrong. That's good. That means you're staying within the class. Your mind is in the right spot. But again, I'm not being a research scientist here, guys. You're not being a research scientist. You're not there to research techniques. You're there to train them hard, right? I will always help you with the concept or the idea or the form around it. But as far as you moving and grooving, that's your job in class. Your job is to move and punch and kick and have fun. Again, we can always bring a microscope in after to ask those questions.
I like that. I also think there's something to martial arts was people just explored, like jiu-jitsu and kickboxing. It's all created by, hey, let's put on gloves and try and hit each other and see what happens. And if you're always asking questions, you're sort of like robbing yourself of getting to figure things out yourself and going, well, does it feel better when I punch this way?
Yeah.
Does it feel, do I have more power when I land this way? Is it faster? Is it slower? Let your body kind of figure out the answers to the questions.
I think that's such a great idea, just because the fact is, if you are in there and you're throwing punches, if your punches aren't the greatest yet, or you feel like you're throwing them a little bit off, I'm going to come help you and clean up for you. That's going to happen eventually, guys. You might not get perfect on the first class, the second class. It might be a couple months down the road, but I'm going to be helping you along the way so you can feel that strength and that power. Something I don't want to do is if I have a 4-minute round with my partner, I don't want to spend, if I have 4 minutes, that can be a very valuable 4 minutes. That 4 minutes is like gold.
Yeah.
You don't want to chop your gold supply in half. You don't want to turn a 4-minute round into a 2-minute round because you had so many questions to ask during the round. Rather, do your rounds and then we can examine the stash of treasure later.
Yeah.
Right? That's something we can all do together. And not only that, but guys, if you're doing it just with a partner, right, you're asking questions. Again, your partner's not getting anything, you're not getting anything out of it. If you wait to the end of a drill, now the whole class comes together. You might actually have a question that someone else had that might have been too scared to ask. So again, ask before when I'm showing the technique or ask after, but don't just talk during your drill. Drilling time, we have a saying in Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, which drillers make killers, right? Drillers make killers. You will kill with your technique if you drill it and drill it properly and drill it over and over. I feel like a lot of martial arts, I always say this, and Boris, you can kind of say your opinion on this as well, but I always feel like while I'm thinking in martial arts, I'm not necessarily, my brain's not what I'm using all the time. It's more my body. It's my body motion, it's my language, it's how I'm throwing my techniques. It's not just, okay, I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna hit him with a jab cross. It's, okay, let me move around, let's see what's open.
Yeah.
Would you kind of say similar?
100%.
Yeah.
My favorite spars are where I feel like it's almost like a dance. Like I'm just, Bruce Lee said, like, adapt like a shadow, respond like an echo. My favorite spars are where I feel like, yeah, their movement is what's creating this flow, and it's almost like, they punch at me and I weave and I go, oh, that was cool. I weave.
Yeah.
Like, that was a good move that my brain somehow pulled out.
Yeah. And it was like you didn't even necessarily cognizantly think of it, but you're like, oh, I know what to do. My body knows what to do. I gotta weave out of the way for that. So, that's all going to come from drilling. When you get these rounds in and you're drilling these reps, it becomes muscle memory eventually. And again, don't rob yourself from that muscle memory by trying to examine everything too closely during the drill.
I like that. Yeah. Even for your own satisfaction, you're here to enjoy being in your body. Don't let your mind take over everything.
Yeah, enjoy the time, enjoy what you're learning and what you're doing, and everything else can fall into place.
I like that. Awesome.